is. Okay, audience, it's your turn to seize the day.
Hi, how's it going? Big fan. Two questions. First, what's another type of genre of music you might want to work on? And can you please say Cool Whip?
Jesus Christ. All right, first of all, Cool Whip. I'll bark like a seal. You want me to bark like a seal? I mean, gosh, it's a good question. I mean, you do have to know your limitations. I wouldn't ever try to do, like a metal album. I don't think I'd be very good at it. There are some kind of great Sinatra recordings where he did kind of make that leap, and some of them work, and some of them are just misfires. But they're all interesting because they kind of indicate that however well you fit in one genre, when you do try to make that leap, oftentimes you can be just a total square peg in a round hole. There's a Sinatra recording of Downtown, the Petula Clark song, which is fantastically hilarious because he does this thing in the middle where he goes, downtown, oh, downtown, oh, down. It's the strangest thing you've ever heard. So I think the point is that if know your limitations, Truman.
Hi, my question is for Joel. So when you were coming up with the arrangements for all these songs, I'm just wondering if you can talk about finding the balance between modernizing them and tailoring them for a more modern audience and keeping them true to their original versions.
Yeah, it's a good question. I didn't think about, in fact, the opposite. I wanted to not have any kind of modern aspect to it. Those aspects primarily come in terms of harmony. There are certain harmonies that if I were to going into the 60s and 70s style of arranging, I would allow myself to use those harmonies, but I restricted myself from using certain harmonies, certain chord voicings, which might read a little more modern. I just felt like, as I said, the palette that was established was one from the 40s and 50s, and so I was very careful not to hopefully break out of that.
Hi, I just want to first say you're incredibly talented. And so I have two questions. Oh, both of you are incredibly talented. All right. So first, was there any song in particular that you had real trouble getting through without making a mistake and had to record over and over again? And second, have you considered moving into, working on Broadway or writing your own musical or something?
I mean, it's I mean, the first question, Man with the Bag was probably the most challenging. Everybody's waiting for the Man with the Bag because there's a lot going on in that song. It's a pretty fast moving tune, and you got to race through it while at the same time showing colors. But again, Joel writes arrangements that are just infectious. You hear them, and they just kind of get your energy going, which is, there's something to be said for a great orchestration, what it does for your vocal. It does a lot. And as far as a Broadway show, yeah, I mean, we've talked about it. I've considered it. It takes a certain amount of time. I love writing. So, we wrote a song for Amanda Seyfried that she sings in Ted 2 that we love, that she sounds great singing it, and that was a blast, to write music for somebody, and that was with Walter Murphy, who writes music for Family Guy, and it was fun. Yeah, I'd love to do that at some point. It takes a good year or two of your life, I think, to commit to it, so it would have to be when Ted 2 is done, but maybe.
Hi, Seth.
Hey, is that your question?
No, I just want to say hi, and that I'm a really big fan. And what's your favorite Family Guy episode?
I don't know where the hell you are. Oh, there you are. Okay, all right. You're not large, are you?
You really can't see.
I can't see a damn thing. My favorite Family Guy episode is, this is going to be a disappointment to you. It's probably the Agatha Christie Clue episode that we did.
Wait, that's my favorite episode.
Oh my God, let's get married.
Yeah, no, I just want to know what kind of freaks you out, like, besides that voice. Like, in
All right, we
day-to-day,
found the weed guy.
You have so many different genres of, like, what you do. You're a director, you're a writer, you animate. I mean, like, what do you find most fulfilling to you in the day-to-day that you, I don't know, you work at a lot of different things. I mean, help me out here. Look at me. Is my question not clear?
What freaks me out, and what do I mean? God, I mean, this kind of stuff is the most fulfilling. Like that when I'm in the studio and with an orchestra and working with somebody like Joel, that's probably when I'm enjoying myself the most. I mean, I was probably the most freaked out at any point in my career right before I did A Million Ways to Die in the West. That was when I was the most scared, because it was such an undertaking, and at the same time, it's that's when I kind of feel the most invigorated, when I'm doing something that's new and scary. And I don't go skydiving, I don't bungee jump. So in lieu of that, I do this kind of stuff. But yeah.
So since we're getting weird with the questions, I figured I'd just kind of roll with that. So the last time I saw you, Seth, you were at Harvard receiving the Humanist
there you
of
are.
the Year. Hi. So
Did you go to Harvard?
I did research there. Yeah. So yeah.
Anyone who has anything to do with Harvard, it always takes them like 20 seconds before they bring it up.
No. Forget it. No.
There's no real
a
question, is there,
narrative
ma'am?
here. No. So last time I saw you there, I told my dad, who is a huge fan of yours, that I saw you receive the award, which, by the way, your acceptance speech was like awesome. You don't need me to tell you that, but it was awesome. And
No, I need constant validation.
that's all I wanted.
What'd you
to
do
know.
your research? What'd you do? What were you researching at Harvard?
So I developed treatment protocols to test for basically treating people with severe mental illness. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, now I do it here. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, just to bring the mood down.
I
a
make
little bit.
shit jokes on TV. Your move.
And a record. Thanks.
Hey Seth, hey Joel. I just have a quick question. So, which one of you picked the cover art? And is that your good side? I don't know.
We tried a lot of options, and this felt like the kind of thing that was fit with the arrangements. The arrangements are all like, fuck you, it's Christmas. The orchestra is going to have fun, we're going to have fun, everybody's going to be happy, and it's going to feel authentic and lush and warm, and it was a gamble, but at the end of the day, it was an honest gamble, and it felt like something that fit with the it was my idea is the short version.
And it's a painting by Matthew Peak. So it's not just Photoshop or anything. It was a 5x5 painting. Huge.
And again, it's the same. All goes hand in hand with our practice of doing it the way they did it 50 years ago. If you look at the old Sinatra albums or Nat King Cole albums, they're paintings in a lot of cases. They're interpretations, and so figured, what the hell?
It's a tribute. It is. It's an homage to all of that. Now, I don't know what we all just did here, but I know that we all thank you, Joel and Seth, for being here.
Thank you, Peter Travers.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.